road trip here tonight. Then they will go to Atlanta and New York. It will be Diggins with...
Chicago has to be thrilled to have Skylar Diggins back in the lineup again. She didn't play for him in the last game against Minnesota.
Here's Jaquez, the three. That's off the mark as Ogunbowale with the rebound. Working off Shepard. 12 on the shot clock. Hand off. Here's Smith, the three. And that's a quick start and a good start for Atlanta Smith.
It certainly is something she needed to see that three-pointer go down, reminding this Chicago team about her three-point ability on that line.
Diggins, kick out to Sheldon. She can also strike from distance. 10 on the shot clock for the Sky. Kick out Cloud, one more. Diggins, 4 on it, goes to the mid-range. That's off the mark. This is what... Go ahead, Leah.
Here's one thing Jessica Shepard will do. She will push pace and get the ball up and down the court, trying to get it into Enrique Ogunbowale, so she's a forward who can do that.
Coach Fernandez very excited that all of his players, 1 through 5 with the starting lineup, he doesn't care. Get it and go. And you saw it there from Shepard. Here's Sheldon. 10 on the shot clock for the Sky, inside to Cardoso. Spins baseline, lays it up and in.
And that could be a huge difference in this game for Chicago. Can they establish themselves and own the paint with the 6'7" Cardoso, who has a beautiful little move, easy lay-in right in the paint.
Shepard looking for an outlet here. 10 on the shot clock. Becker's with it. Hawked by Hawkins. 6 seconds. Shepard, the three. That's off the mark. And Cloud keeping Smith on her back.
Atlanta Smith showing what she can do early, and that is knock down the three ball. She has had a slow start to this season, but she also has a broken nose, a mask on her face. She has a new team. She has a lot going on. She's settling in.
Cloud, and a whistle and a foul. It will either be Smith or Beckers. They call that foul on Atlanta Smith. First on her, first on the team. And Smith pleading with the bench. She didn't think that she got any contact, but it will be Cloud at the line for 2. And for all of you watching the Fever and the Fire, we welcome you here to Chicago. An early tie ball game here at 3 apiece. Cloud at the free throw line get their first lead. Keep in mind, if you're just joining us as well too, this is the home opener for Chicago. They've already had a 4-game road trip.
Well, their fans are pleased to welcome them and to see Paige Beckers and her Dallas squad.
Jessica Shepard gets into the body of Cardoso and will head to the free throw line. This is the first of a 3-game road trip for the Wings, and it is the first of a 4.
Exhausting.
Shepard able to connect on both free throws, so now Dallas with the 1-point lead. Leah Buolson, Megan McPeak, Tarika Foster-Brasby with you here in Chicago. Cloud trying to turn the corner, gets into the body of Beckers, will head to the free throw line. The Sky wearing their Skytown rep. And let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Tomorrow it'll be prime night. It'll be the Valkyries and the Liberty, the Aces and the Mercury, and then Ion Friday. The Valkyries once again taking on the Fever, and then it'll be Connecticut at Seattle. For more on these games, please head to WNBA.com, or you can visit the WNBA app. 1-point ball game here. Becker's with it. Baseline turnaround jumper doesn't go. Smith offensive board. 10 on the shot clock. Sims will trigger. Does not go as Cloud clears. Up the floor quickly. Diggins Smith to Jaquez running the floor. Beautiful ball movement.
Great sign for Chicago right now, figuring out ways to score the basketball. They've scored on the free throw line, they've scored in the fast break, and they've scored in their half court.
Beckers, a little hesitation turning the corner. Her mid-range goes.
It just doesn't take Paige Beckers much to figure out how she needs to score. She can score in so many different ways, the way she can break down the defense.
Cloud backdoor cut by Diggins. Jaquez made herself available. Fighting with Shepard, and we're going to get a jump ball here.
And Jaquez has really been good so far this season. Yeah, this is really exciting for the Chicago Sky team to see them getting off to a quick start, because that has not been how this season has been for them. In first quarters, they've been outscored by 20 points, second worst in the WNBA, and then after that is when they get rolling.
And Coach Marsh saying it's a few different things of just, obviously they started on the road, so that's difficult to get things going. Learning new teammates, injuries, and the #1 overall pick, AZ Flood, into the ballgame for Dallas for the first time. Here's Beckers in the mid-range. Cardoso fighting for it. 3-point lead here for Chicago. First quarter action, 5:40 to play in the opening one. Sheldon hanging, doesn't go. Loose ball tipped around, controlled by Smith. Up the floor, Beckers, open three. That's off the mark.
When you look at the three-pointers that Paige Beckers has taken this season, a lot of them have been open because she's able to relocate and find an open space.
Smith got the block shot there on Diggins. Tosh getting in the passing lane.
And this is what you love about a great defensive player. Alana Smith was the co-defensive player of the year last season with A'ja Wilson, and she is outstanding. She's long, athletic, but more importantly, she knows where to be position-wise, and that was what made her so successful last year in Minnesota.
Diggins with the deflection by herself. Give the assist to Cardoso. 12-7 lead here, midway through the first quarter. Sky with the advantage, and Diggins tried to get that poke away again.
On the break and making yourself available, you get the payoff from Skylar Diggins, who wants to get running right away, but that hustle down the court was huge for the rookie.
Sky with it, lob inside Cardoso. That's a beautiful pass from Diggins.
Skylar Diggins does so much for this team, including her veteran leadership, but just those passes, does a great job of lobbing it inside.
Beckers off the mark, Jaquez, rebound and push. Jaquez attacking Shepard high off the window. Cardoso trying to fight for it. Loose ball with Agumbawale. Sims flanking. That layup doesn't go, but Smith, again, offensive rebound inside to Shepard, deflected out of bounds by Cloud.
Yeah, this is really exciting for the Chicago Sky team to see them getting off to a quick start, because that has not been how this season has been for them. In first quarters, they've been outscored by 20 points, second worst in the WNBA, and then after that is when they get rolling.
And Coach Marsh saying it's a few different things of just, obviously they started on the road, so that's difficult to get things going. Learning new teammates, injuries, and the #1 overall pick, AZ Flood, into the ballgame for Dallas for the first time. Here's Beckers in the mid-range. Cardoso fighting for it. 3-point lead here for Chicago. First quarter action, 5:40 to play in the opening one. Sheldon hanging, doesn't go. Loose ball tipped around, controlled by Smith. Up the floor, Beckers, open three. That's off the mark.
When you look at the three-pointers that Paige Beckers has taken this season, a lot of them have been open because she's able to relocate and find an open space.
Smith got the block shot there on Diggins. Tosh getting in the passing lane.
And this is what you love about a great defensive player. Alana Smith was the co-defensive player of the year last season with A'ja Wilson, and she is outstanding. She's long, athletic, but more importantly, she knows where to be position-wise, and that was what made her so successful last year in Minnesota.
Diggins with the deflection by herself. Give the assist to Cardoso. 12-7 lead.
Team, you can see that they are locked in
Fudd. Career. Her three's off the mark. Rebounded by Coulibaly. Cloud works off of her. Now Williams. Banham three. Count the bucket. And the foul.
And that's exactly what Rachel Banham does at the player.
Completes the 4-point play, a 10-0 run. The last 140 here for the Sky. To your point, 13 points in that ball game against Minnesota. 10 on the clock. Here's Fudd. 6 now with Ogumawale. Into her bag. Step back three. Oh my goodness.
Wow. When you get her comfortable, let her see a shot like that go in. You have to get ready because she's a rhythm player.
Diggins coming back and forth, working off the screen from Williams. Into the paint. Williams turning. Hook does not go. Segrist the rebound. 22-14 Sky lead. Fudd, baseline mid-range, yes.
Paige Beckers does a good job looking down court to see who is going to be available, and AC Fudd was waving for the ball.
Chicago shooting 53% here to open the quarter, 37% from the wings. Sheldon, the three. Out one back iron. Williams offensive rebound, but it's deflected by Segrist. Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter.
Dallas starting to play with a little bit more pace in their offense now.
Lob inside the Career. Nice deflection there by Coulibaly.
This is how disruptive this Chicago defense is that when you try to get the ball into the paint, you see that help side defense coming over. Nice work by Coulibaly.
Fudd through the handle. And now collected by Ogumawale. Checks the clock. Step back three again. This one does not go. Williams clears the glass.
Good decision making there by Skylar Diggins, who decides to get them into their half-court offense. They don't really want to get into a back-and-forth pace game here with this Dallas team.
6 on the clock. Williams, the handoff to Diggins. Diggins into the body of Beckers. Beckers used the verticality and her length. Shot clock turned off. Beckers with 5 seconds. Getting down the floor, 4 seconds. Off the bounce to Segrist. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Sky ball. They will have 1.2 on the clock. And Randy Richardson says, my correction, it will be Dallas basketball. Beckers to inbound with 1.2 on the clock.
Quick chance for a tip in.
Lob to Career, and that one does not go. And that's
at Chicago. We know that they haven't practiced yet. They had film sessions since their last win, so they're just getting settled in. I expect to see a different second quarter.
And Beckers played the entirety of that first quarter and is starting the second quarter here as they trail 22-16 to the Sky, their home opener. Teresa Foster-Brasby, Leah D. Olson, Megan McPeak with you here from Chicago. 8 on the shot clock. Shepard kicks it. Beckers, pump fake, mid-range, gets that to go.
Yeah, I'm really liking the two-person play from Paige Beckers and Jessica Shepard. Good communication with one another. You can see them looking at each other in the eye as they're moving the ball around.
Cardoso attacking Shepard, able to keep that foot down and get that to go off the window.
Yeah, they just have to keep going inside to her. Jessica Shepard did all that she can do.
Here's Shepard on the other end. Backdoor cut from Ogumawale. The double kick out. Segrist. Three's off the mark. Cardoso the rebound.
Cardoso really making her mark on this game early, getting boards, getting early shots in the paint. That's what they need from her each and every night.
Her third rebound of the ball game. Down the shot clock, attacking off the window. Nice kiss.
That's a big time play for her right there. If she can put the ball on the floor and attack and get to the basket, it's a really good sign.
Shepard, foul line jumper, that rolls in. Dallas cutting this to a 6-point ball game. Sheldon. Cardoso looking, Jaquez on the curl. Gets by Fudd, lays that up and in.
And it just looks so pretty, that type of offense when you're moving and sharing the ball and then taking the time and the patience on the offensive end. Great move by Jaquez.
10-point advantage for the Sky, points in the paint. Six on the shot clock for Agumbawale. Here's Shepard. 2 seconds now, hand off to Beckers. Pull-up jumper, that falls.
Cardoso had a hand up in the face of Paige Beckers, and Paige is able to release before she closes out.
7.5 to play here in the first half. A 28-22 lead for Chicago. Jaquez, turnaround, 1-foot fader, doesn't go. Cardoso, offensive board, and put back.
And that's what she does best. You can't stop it. It's just dominant down low, and when she's comfortable, feeling good around the rim, that soft touch she has around the basket.
Beckers lost the handle. He had 4 steals in that ball game. And Tyler Marsh loves what she brings on both ends of the floor. Sims, 6 on the shot clock. Nice pocket pass to Leroux, who is going to go to the free throw line. So a quick attack from James, and now 2 trips here for Dallas to the free throw line. They're trying to chip away at this by any means necessary.
Yeah, they certainly are, and they're doing it now by getting into the paint, and it really makes sense with Uhuru. If she just has to stay physical and play strong and just great, a little bit more generous with sharing the basketball and getting her involved.
The next major in women's golf is near. The U.S. Women's Open, where the young are fearless, the proven, they're hungry. And for anyone, it is the elusive pinnacle in the distance, could be close at hand. The U.S. Women's Open begins June 4th live. Did I get to my golf?
Yes, very calming.
My golf
I appreciate
announcer
that.
voice very quickly. I realized I was coming in too hot. It's golf. 32-27 lead here for Chicago. Dallas trying to chip away. It was a double-digit lead, or 9-point lead, excuse me. James had the deflection, but it ends up with Cloud trying to beat the buzzer. Just doesn't get that to finish. James up the floor. Smith rim rumming, trying to get the seal. Leroux the 3. That's off the mark. Cloud pushing. And now looking for Cardoso, and they're going to get Leroux with a foul.
It's a little bit of a battle down there with Cardoso and Leroux.
Paige Beckers returning for Dallas. Good minutes from Fudd in this first half. There's Diggins. That shot was deflected and blocked a bit by Sims. Either way, it's James going the other way. Mid-range doesn't go. Cloud with it, surveying as she goes up floor.
In the second quarter, the pace has definitely picked up.
Diggins works off Cardoso, taken from behind by James. Beckers surveying. She's got Sims flanking. Nice touch to Smith. Lays it up and in.
Their defense, Dallas is starting to roll.
As they have cut this.
At the fast start that they've gotten onto, especially being on the road without your franchise player, it really sends a message to everyone that Chicago, if you're playing us, it's gonna be a dogfight. Megan, back to you.
Thank you, Tarika. And so far it has been for Dallas. They've turned it up a bit here in the last couple of minutes, Leah, but a strong start for Chicago.
It really has been, and you can see they're pleased to be back home on their home court, but it's absolutely right about the mix of players that they have here. I think Coach Marsh has done a great job of putting together a mix of young players, players that have certain vibes on the court, a lot of, I don't know, just so you know, when you have players like Cloud, they bring that energy on the defensive side of the ball. Skylar Diggins, she brings that energy. So a nice group he has selected here.
Here's James turning the corner, blocked by Williams. Giroux back with it. Couldn't connect. Loose ball on the ground. James with it. Into the hands of Cloud off the bounce. She's got Smith to beat. Turns on the Jets. Too strong, though. But a whistle and a foul. And Smith grabbing at her face. Keep in mind, she had that nose fracture in the preseason, is now wearing that mask. And the officials are going to over and explain to figure out what exactly was going on. But luckily for me, my eyes do work still.
Yes, we could see
didn't come over. I tried, Leah, I tried.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you trying to get the people at home the information.
Listen, that's all I can do, right? It's a 4-point ball game here. Chicago still with the lead. Becker's turning the corner, kick out. Giroux back to Sims, 4 on the shot clock now. James, pump fake, attacking, hangs. Loose ball collected by Cloud. 3:12 to play here in the half. Banham with it. Williams gets it back to her. Quick 3 from Banham. That's off the mark. James the rebound. Beckers. Beckers back with it. 10 on the shot clock for Dallas. Here's Giroux. Thought about it. Gets inside to Smith. Still with it. 2 on the shot clock. Blocked from Williams. Pushing for Chicago.
Chicago defense simply outstanding. Last 2 possessions.
Cloud works off Williams. Over to Hawkes. 4 on the shot clock. Hawkes in the paint. Gets around Smith, but lost the handle on it. Smith with it. As it Chicago.
The Chicago defense really forcing Dallas to use the whole shot clock.
Agumbawale got Williams in the air. Count the bucket. And the foul for Arike Agumbawale.
Yeah, she is so crafty with her.
Jessica Shepard, Camila Cardoso back into the ball game. Agumbawale gets the 3-point play and cuts this to a 1-point Chicago lead. 34-33, excuse me. Hawkes, pull-up jumper, that goes.
Didn't need a lot of space right there for Hawkes, and Jessica Shepard was playing pretty good defense on her.
Beckers works off the handoff from Shepard. Sims, pocket pass, Shepard, foul line jumper, she gets the bounce. Here's Diggins, gets into the paint, gets downhill. Just couldn't get that to finish.
Yeah, Chicago's offense is slowing down here a little bit.
Coming up on a minute to play here in the half. Hawkes. Miscue there by Agumbawale and Smith. Hawkes goes into the body of Beckers, spins, and Gabriela Hawkes will head.
She knows how to win. Knows how to get it done, and you can feel that confidence.
Under a minute to go here in the half. Shepard the deflection, ends up with Beckers. Beckers pump fake, sidestep, yes.
Beckers just kind of slowly warming up here, talking a little bit to Skylar Diggins.
Cloud 3 off the mark. Hawkes, the offensive rebound. Beckers up to 9 points in this ball game. Here's Hawkes. 7 on the shot clock. Cloud. And they're going to get a
easy butt in at this point as you try to get a quick shot off here and know that she has that quick release and that beautiful jump shot.
About a 2.5 second difference between shot and game clock. It's now with Beckers with 4. Shepard. Ogunbowale blocked by Cardoso, and a shot clock violation, though. So it leaves 2.6 on the clock for Chicago.
Chicago just thriving off of their defensive intensity right now.
Smith with the steal at the end of half, blocked by Diggins. And defense coming up here to close out half. For her, just 1 of 6 to begin, and then she was 3 of 3 to close out the first half. Wintrust Arena is our location. A 1-point lead here for the start of the third quarter for Chicago. Their home opener after a 4-game, 10-plus day road trip. Paige Becker is off the mark there to start the third. Cardoso able to keep that in bounds to Natasha Cloud.
Chicago starts off in their man-to-man defense once again, and everyone is just communicating and communicating with one another, and you can see why as we talk about what they have done in this game already.
And you see the 4 blocks there for Chicago. 2 of those coming from Elizabeth Williams herself. Nice finish by Skylar Diggins.
And it's so critical for Chicago as their offense is kind of ramping up. And Coach Marsh told us before the game, I'm really an offensive-minded coach, so I'm anxious for that to happen. But they're really playing off of their defense right now.
10 on the shot clock here for Dallas. Beckers. Now Ogunbowale, 5 seconds. Baseline jumper, that rattles through for Ogunbowale.
Ogunbowale's being really patient on the offensive end. I feel like the shots that she is looking at taking are really good looks at the basket.
Cloud 3, that's off the mark. Shepard the rebound, and she can push. We saw this early in that first quarter. On the bounce to Ogunbowale. Same shot, opposite side, same result, a friendly bounce.
Gets a really good bounce off of the Jessica Shepard behind the back pass.
I mean, South Bend is not far from Chicago, right?
I like it.
10 points now for Ogunbowale. Here's Sheldon. Diggins working off Cardoso. Sheldon, the 3, off the mark. And they're going to... We are tied at 41. There's Hawkins. Attacking Shepard. Spins on her. Off the window. Too strong. Smith the rebound. Paige Becker is looking up the floor to Jessica Shepard. And then Smith made available, and the finish.
And that's just smart basketball right there by Alana Smith. She continued to move while the play looked like it had stopped.
Deflection there by Smith. Loose ball on the ground. Sheldon comes up with it. 10 seconds. Sheldon, nice bounce to Cardoso. Collects, finishes, foul on Alana Smith. So Lee Yaru will come into the ball game here for Coach Jose Fernandez. Trying to match size with Cardoso. Ogunbowale works off Yaru. Comes back off of her with space. That one doesn't go. Sims with 10 on the shot clock. Ogunbowale with 5 seconds. Into the paint, trying to go to Yaru. They're going to get a foul called. Jace called on Sheldon.
Rika Ogunbowale does such a good job of navigating the defense.
Beckers comes back middle, drops that in, didn't even move the mesh.
Yeah, if you let her get that inside positioning in the mid-range, Beckers is going to score on you.
Up to 11 points here. Cloud off the cross, gets into the paint, lays it up and in. Rim run here for Shepard. Shovel pass, Beckers baseline jumper.
And this is where you feel like Dallas is settling in a little bit. Just really good communication between Shepard and Beckers.
Diggins spins on Sims. And a loose ball foul on the rebound is going to be called on Ice.
She can pull the defense all the way out to the three-point line. Boy, she can change this game up quickly.
5-point lead here for Dallas. They trailed by as many as 11 in that first half. 6 on the shot clock here for Chicago. Diggins, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, hanging, drops it in.
The savvy vet, Skylar Diggins, can score in a lot of different ways, but I'll tell you what, she's always going to give you the best effort on the court, and that's a nice looking shot right there.
Shepard spins baseline, had it blocked, but they're going to get a foul called on Coulibaly. And Cloud and split the pair at the free throw line. Cloud getting downhill, high off the window.
When you think of Natasha Cloud, you usually think about her defense, but her offense has been really important and critical in this game here. And she's also been a really good rebounder in this one with 6 boards.
Shepard attacking Coulibaly, gets deep into the paint, got it over the lip and the
response was a 92-69 win over Washington. So it's safe to say, Megan and Leah, that Dallas has moved on from it.
Absolutely, and I mean, I think it really served them well. I think that when you saw how they played defense in that Mystic game, in particular in that first half, the intensity was simply outstanding. So they did respond, and sometimes that's what you need early on in the season.
Cardoso off the mark there. They're going to get Giroux on a travel. And we were talking detail-oriented that lead to building chemistry. And he said, I wanted to nip it now so that it didn't compound over the season when things are tough and we meet adversity.
Yes.
Here's Jaquez as she gets that to go.
And I like how he addressed it with the team, but then he did say, I should have probably just kept it with the team.
Right.
And he goes, I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's accountability from your head coach.
And that sets a standard. If he can hold himself accountable and apologize, as Paige Beckers won't apologize for that.
Oh, no, she won't. Beautiful looking shot.
6-point lead here for Dallas, trailed by as many as 11. It is under 4 minutes to go in the third. And they're going to go on Dallas. Jaquez gets the technical free throw to go. Elizabeth Williams checking into the ball game here for Chicago. Hazy Fudd also into the ballgame for Dallas. Here's Diggins. Wraparound pass to Cardoso. Collects herself. Couldn't get that to go. Offensive rebound. Put back and foul. Camila Cardoso putting the cape on here in the third quarter.
You have to love it, and I'll tell you what, everybody in this arena loved it because they love her effort that she gives when she's working down low. It's a great pass inside. The double team comes, and then she just has to start battling on the offensive boards and is able to finish it up and get to the free throw line. Look at the bench, soaking it up.
Coming into this, we thought it was going to be a very big matchup between Beckers and Diggins, and it has really been Shepard and Cardoso as Paige Beckers has slowly come along here in the second half, but the bigs.
Yes, that front court has really been important in this one for both sides.
They're anchoring both sides offensively. 8 on the shot clock. Beckers gets caught. Giroux launches. That one is off the mark. Cloud the rebound. And Diggins is pushing.
Another good rebound for Cloud as she gets the team rolling.
Diggins 3 off the mark. Beckers the rebound. Now Dallas is pushing with a 2-point lead behind the back from Beckers. Off the bounce, Giroux. And Lee Giroux will head to the free throw line as Cardoso will be called for the foul.
And this is what I love about the way that Paige Becker plays the game. One, her handle allows her to get past Cloud, and then that is her court vision, just able to see her teammates so well. She has it all. Court vision, shot, she's a great teammate. She does a little bit of everything.
And we can take a look at the upcoming WNBA National TV schedule. Prime Video tomorrow, a couple of good ones at 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday, it's Eye on Television. The Valkyries will be on the road on a back-to-back in Indy, and then it'll be Connecticut and Seattle. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or the WNBA app.
So scoring up across the board in the WNBA this season.
Cloud right to the hoop and the finish.
Natasha Cloud. She's playing with a lot of intensity in this game, and it is working.
A whistle and a foul as Agumbawale was trying to get to the hoop. They call it on Williams.
Yeah, just look how quick she is with her first step as she decides to get right past Paige Beckers. That's a beautiful take to the basket. You still have, I mean, how many years has she been in the league? She's still got a really quick first step.
11, as she reminded us after
That's right.
shoot around this morning. Agumbawale good on the first. And she had to finish opposite side of the basket there because Giroux was coming over for the help side.
Absolutely, and that was what made that so incredible. So she has those moves, but she also just has that court sense. The vet is ready to go. And like she told us earlier, she knows she's been in this league a long time. She said, everyone thinks I'm old. I think I'm in my prime.
Odyssey Sims back into the ballgame for Dallas. Here's Cloud, rises, doesn't go. Shepard the rebound. Taken away by Williams, trying to save it inbounds. Jaquez comes up with a loose ball. Great hustle. Jaquez thought about it. Banham won't even hesitate. Shepard the rebound.
Dallas gets lucky right there. Rachel Banham usually punishes defenses that way.
Agumbawale getting downhill. Cardoso the rebound. Number 7 in the ballgame for Cardoso.
Chicago saying we're going to go ahead and play at this pace with Dallas. They're getting up and down the court, looking for their early offense, playing in the half court right now, though.
Cardoso off the window. And it's a 1-point lead here for Dallas. 2 minutes to play in the third.
Cardoso's putting on a clinic in the paint tonight.
36-22 paint point advantage here for Chicago. Shepard attacking, goes baseline, reverse finish. Again, the bigs getting it done, Leah.
A little back and forth. Anything you can do, I can do better.
In the corner, Banham. 3 doesn't go. Shepard the rebound. Agumbawale trying to beat everybody downhill. Here's Fudd. Shepard. Fudd, deep 3. That goes.
I mean, her shot is absolutely incredible, how quick that release is. And Jessica Shepard is just distributing the ball to everybody. She has been outstanding in this entire game, doing a little bit of everything on both sides.
That pocket pass couldn't be controlled by Cardoso. Shepard. Sims got behind the defense, lays it up and in. And Tyler Marsh would like to talk things over. And AZ Fudd quick into the ball game.
Sheldon.
Nice play coming out of the timeout there for Chicago.
It gets Sheldon involved in this offense. She is a very good offensive player. We know her for her defense, getting in the passing lane, getting the steals, but she can knock down shots.
Averaging just under 11 points on the early going of the ball game. Fudd, are they going to give it to her? Yes, they do, and they're going to take a look at it as well. And Dallas currently with a 6-point lead, 22.5 to play. Giroux has been solid off the bench here. 5 points, 4 rebounds. Make that 6 points, and WNBA League Pass gives you a courtside seat. Every week, you can stream live games from across the league all season long. Scan that QR code to subscribe now for $39.99 per year and press play on the WNBA. And both go for Giroux. So now an 8-point lead here for Dallas, trying to close this quarter in positive fashion. The foul, 11 seconds here for Dallas to work with. 5-point lead. Sims, 6 seconds. Here's Fudd, 3 seconds. Fadeaway jumper doesn't go. Shepard, offensive board. And with 0.2 seconds, Jessica Shepard, the energy is going to get her to the free throw line, to the dismay of Natasha Cloud.
Jessica Shepard has been so active, involved in every play on both sides of the ball. Look at what she's done in this one. 14, 6 boards, 9 assists.
Shepard gets both. 0.2 on the clock here for Chicago. A transition, but the offensive rebound for Isaiah James ends back up with Sims, and that one does go.
And Dallas, you just have to give so much credit to because they have so many veteran players like Odyssey Sims, for example. They know how to score. They know how to play the game the right way, and so they are scoring a lot of buckets. Plus, you have Paige and AZ, all the young ones coming up.
Saw the first half versus third quarter percentage shooting, and Skylar Diggins connecting from the corner.
Wow, that was veteran on veteran. Odyssey Sims on the closeout on Skylar Diggins, and Diggins knocked that one down.
James able to get behind the defense, lay that up and in.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about, the back and forth offensively. Just some really great plays. We've seen some great defense in this game, but right now the offense is kind of taken over.
Cloud in the corner has Shepard on it. Attacking baseline into the body. Reverse layup goes for Natasha Cloud. 75-69 Dallas lead. Sims on the low cross. Step through, blocked by Cardoso.
She's going to dare you to come into the paint. And I wouldn't do it. If you're not sure about it, you have to hesitate and think. Because Cardoso's going to get a couple of those every single game.
Fudd curls off the screen, connects from distance.
Each game, we see AZ Fudd getting a little bit more comfortable, getting a little bit more time as they slowly work her into this lineup.
78-69 lead here for Dallas. Diggins off the kick from Cloud. She connects. First it's the bigs, now it's the perimeter, Leah.
And it's really this great communication right now that the Chicago team has. Two veteran players just knowing how to play the right way.
Here's Shepard. Spinning on Koulibaly into the paint. Kick out Smith. Can she add to it? Doesn't. Koulibaly the rebound. Now Sheldon with it. Lob inside. Tripled. Cardoso will head to the free throw line. This is the first. And the WNBA on USA is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. This has been the one area, Leah, that has kind of been a frustrating mark of Camila Cardoso and her game, is the free throw shooting. Just getting consistent at finishing the free throws because she gets herself to the line so frequently.
Yeah, and that's just going to be a big part of her career, to see if she can change the trajectory of the way that she shoots at the free throw line. We know it's difficult, harder for the bigger players to do that and be successful. But I believe her career is young and she has a huge upside.
Here's Ogunbowale. She connects from distance. Cloud working off Williams. Jaquez lines one up. That's off the mark. Becker's the rebound. Ogunbowale with space, rises. That's off the mark, back iron. Now Diggins pushing. And a whistle. Enrique Ogunbowale.
When the illegal contact takes place. Thank you.
So they used a different qualification for it, but there it is. To be above the tip of the circle, for it to be a clear path foul, and the ball was not.
Paige was.
Paige was. Yes.
Game late. Cardoso
62%.
That one left short. Shepard the rebound.
Obviously, some crossover dribble. Obviously, something that Sonia Rahman. She's not going to play as good. Laxon Burke.
Had 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Giroux. 4 seconds. Beckers checks, rises, and connects.
Difficult shot right there for Paige Beckers, and she knocks it down, but the defense stayed with her the entire time.
Here's Williams, defended by Shepard, comes back.
Obviously something.
With Williams.
She's
going to head to the free throw
obviously
line.
Jackson scoops it. They've also had a couple of miscues. 9 points off
USA's
turnovers for
hit
Connecticut.
series is back
Heidemann
for a
forces
second
it up
season
and
with all new
scores.
cities, all new guests, and the same monstrous appetite. Don't miss everything on the menu with Braun Strowman, June 5th on USA. 85-78 lead here for Dallas. 4.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Beckers. Shepard. Wale works off the screen from her. Loses her footing, but they're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Here's what I love about Natasha Cloud. She just did on Zen. Let's see here. She's got 2 hands on her really quickly, and that's just going to be a foul. So, in her frustration, but I do love, because earlier today she told us that, you know what, I'm mature, I'm more calm, I take a deep breath, and that's exactly what she just did here on the court.
Beckers into the paint, into the body of Jaquez, off the window. Wanted the and one call. Cloud. Diggins goes baseline. Still with it in the corner. Rises from 3. Doesn't get the bounce. Cardoso offensive rebound. Misses. Second one doesn't go, but she will go to the free throw line.
And that has to be frustrating right there for Cardoso. Those are the shots she wants to make, that finesse right around the basket, even if she does get hit by someone who is bodying her up or trying to
Cardoso good on the first. And gets both. Cuts this to a 7-point lead here for Dallas. 3:48 to play in the fourth quarter. Chance of defense here from the Sky fans at their home opener. Giroux. Handoff to Beckers. 8 on the shot clock. Beckers pull-up jumper doesn't go. Cardoso the rebound. Cloud is pushing. Cloud works off Williams. On the bounce to her. Too strong off the window.
a couple of empty trips down court for Chicago.
And a turnover there by Dallas. Shepard telling
Pickett. And Jackson scoops it.
Jose
They've also had
Fernandez.
obviously some particular matchup because she's
talk
she
things
very
over. 7-point ball game
And Jordan-
here. We'll take the timeout with them. Swoops when I was younger, and unfortunately, growing up north of the border, they didn't sell them in Canada.
I'm sorry about that.
I was,
You remember that
I'm
commercial?
still not
of her
over
and
it.
her son? Oh yeah, the Nike commercial. I mean, she was everything and still is. Good to see her at the game here.
Inside day with Chicago. They will have 10 on the shot clock to work with here. 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Tarika Foster-Brasby, Megan McPeak, Leah Olson with you here in Chicago. Inside to Diggins. Floating shot goes.
In moments like these, as you're trying to get back into this game with just under 3 minutes left, you go to a player like Skylar Diggins because she's big in big moments.
10 on the shot clock. Beckers gets open, fires. Three's off the mark. Loose ball rebound in the hands of Cloud. She's pushing. Has Cardoso running with her. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called for the Wings. Skytown getting behind their squad. They are fighting here in their home opener. Wale 3, that goes.
Defense is late on rotating, and one thing you can't be is late for Arike Wale as she'll knock down a big shot.
Diggins working off Williams. Cloud off the handoff. Attacking. high off the window, too strong. Shepard the rebound for Dallas. 2 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter. Beckers. Here's Shepard, 10 on the shot clock for the Wings. Agumbawale rises. Yes!
At any time, I think tonight what really matters too is she's doing it so efficiently, and I think that's one of the big things we're seeing this season as well.
Banham jumper doesn't go. Beckers the rebound. 90 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. To your point, 7 of 15 from the floor is Agumbawale tonight.
And when you get in the rhythm, we know that when she gets open and is in a rhythm like she is right now, you're going to be in trouble.
2 on the shot clock. High off the window, doesn't go. Yuru with the offensive board. 8 on the shot clock now for Beckers. 4 seconds. Beckers gets downhill, lays it high off the window.
Dallas does exactly what they want to do right there. Take up time off the clock and score late in the clock.
11-point lead here for Dallas. Banham 3. That goes. There's still life in Chicago.
Here she goes again.
Agumbawale, they got to get the ball out of her hands. Banham will foul to stop the clock. Side out of bounds. Beckers will inbound.
Take their time on this. They're going to get the quick foul. And as Chicago turns around and tries to score quickly on the other side, they'll look at Banham. Yeah, that's really interesting to watch. Like, what is impacting on road games? Is it that defense travels, and that's really impacting the games early on here?
Banham 3, off the mark. Shepard with the rebound. Her energy allowed them to kind of make that build. Her and Cardoso in the third quarter.
Absolutely, and I think she's played good from beginning to end. She has impacted this game in a lot of ways and has been a great, great fit for this Dallas team. I'm sure they're thrilled that they got her.
Beckers, that will seal it before the clock runs out here for Dallas as they get Cardoso down the other way, who finishes. But Dallas coming into this one, the first game of a 4-game road trip. They trailed by 11. And Shepard put the cape on in the third quarter, and that's when they started